In today's episode, you will learn about the capabilities of the DG7 RGB multicolor panel when utilizing the KME NEVO-SKY program. The DG7 RGB panel is a multicolor display with extensive configuration options. You can equip it with a decorative aluminum ring, finished in polished aluminum, or black finish. The driver panel parameters are located on the Configuration tab, where the relevant windows and features reside, responsible for the gas system settings. The primary action you should perform when you are in the driver panel configuration section is to choose the specific type of panel that is mounted. In the driver panel type drop-down list, choose the correct device among those available, specifically the DG7 RGB in this instance. Take note. The controller automatically detects the type of connected panel and shows the relevant notification. The next step is indicating to the system the type of gas level sensor installed. Take note, you can refer to the picture prompts that appear when you press the magnifying glass button, situated to the right of the selection box. Proceed to the gas level control block. While operating the DG7 RGB panel from the color scheme menu, you can use the standard multicolor pattern. White color for the status LED, gas level LEDs in colors ranging from red to green. You have the choice to set the panel to display colors like the DG4 or DG5 panel style, or define the color yourself for each of the LEDs. In this mode, you can freely configure the color of each LED by selecting one of 10 basic colors, or from the RGB color palette by selecting the new color box. In the event that you choose the option Custom Defined Colors, you can utilize the gas level LED linking feature. If the option is enabled, a closed padlock image will appear on the button. Selecting a color on any of the gas level indicators will result in setting the chosen color to all the gas level indicators and on the reserve LED. Take note, if the previously selected colors on the gas level LEDs were not the same, then upon enabling this option, all indicators to adopt the color that the topmost LED previously had above the reserve light. From the Failure Status Colors menu, you can select the color scheme for the RGB panel when the controller is in a failure state. Available options are Default, White plus Orange, compatible with DG5, and the Blue plus Red option, which is compatible with DG4. Further down, you can enable or disable the backlight LED setting, which will allow the driver to easily locate the switch, even when the gas system is entirely powered down, causing the panel to go dark with only the backlight LED remaining active. You can control the enabling/disabling of the LED illumination on gasoline and on gas using the indicators. Gasoline, gas. You can use the sliders below to set the activation thresholds for the gas level LEDs. It is possible to set the thresholds for subsequent LEDs to light up depending on the indicated gas level. The Auto button allows you to start the process. Automatic calibration of the gas level gauge via the software. You must start the calibration before switching off the engine with an empty tank before refueling. After filling up completely, you must turn the key to the ignition position to finalize the procedure. Take note, calibration should be performed during refueling from an empty tank to a full gas tank. The procedure can alternatively be started using the driver button according to the procedure in the user manual, the link for which is provided below the video. While using the DG7 RGB panel, the Test Bright and Test Dim buttons let you preview how the panel will appear in bright mode or the dim setting. Below these buttons, the current gas level reading is displayed. Two values are displayed. The value currently read on the right, the value averaged on the left. Take note, with the ignition on, the value readings update quickly to make it easier to set the gas level indicator. The KME panels incorporate a light intensity sensor. In the indicator brightness block, you can read the current dimming level, where two values related to the dimming level are displayed. The actual value on the right, the value averaged on the left. When working with any of the panels offered by KME, you can set the bright-dim threshold level. The driver panel LEDs have two brightness levels. This slider allows you to set the brightness level at which the LED illumination switches to dim mode. The further the slider is moved to the right, the darker it needs to be for the LEDs to illuminate less brightly. When the slider is at the far right position, value 255, the lights always shine brightly. Additionally, for the DG7 RGB panel, you can adjust the level of dimming in bright mode and in dim mode. This allows for better adjustment of the brightness to the car's environment. The sliders let you configure by what percentage the LEDs should be dimmed in bright mode and dark mode. The value can be adjusted negatively from 0 to negative 80%. If the slider is fully to the left, there is no dimming. In the buzzer block, you can set the volume for the sounds made and run a buzzer test to check the buzzer's operation. The buzzer frequency parameter additionally is reserved only for the DG7 RGB model. Changing the parameter affects the frequency of the sound the buzzer produces. In the options block, you can easily enable or disable additional functions. Displaying error codes in failure state. Selecting this option causes error codes to be displayed on the light indicators after a malfunction. This makes it easier to remotely identify the issue with the gas installation. Displaying temperature for switching over. When the system is waiting to switch over, as the reducer temperature increases, the number of illuminated gas level LEDs increases. Additional audible signal for gas reserve. At start. When the reserve level is reached during gas operation, the system will generate a sound informing about the low gas level in the tank. Sound signaling. When the option is unchecked, the panel buzzer is inactive. This covers the failure state as well. Take note. Tell the vehicle driver that this option has been disabled. Suppressing switch to gasoline. If this option is active, the driver panel, it does not signal with flashing LEDs. The system switch to gasoline power, automatically switching back to gas. Note this. You must inform the vehicle's driver that this specific option has been turned on. Indication for operation on petrol fuel. If the system started on gasoline, it makes 3 sounds at equal intervals. Take note, you need to notify the driver that this particular setting has been switched off. Initiate the automatic transition into the quiet failure mode. If the option is selected, then after a buzzer error occurs, the gas controller will automatically cease the audible warning sound after a duration of 5 seconds has elapsed. Gas switching indication. If the option is selected, before the first gas injection starts, the buzzer device will produce a brief audible alert tone. When operating with the DG7 RGB panel, we have additional options. Reserve gas light, constantly lit. If the option is selected, the reserve LED will stay lit even when the tank is full. Unchecking the option means the reserve LED lighting up only when the gas in the tank is running out. Automatic color change of gas reserve LED. Selecting the option causes an automatic change. The reserve light's color when the gas level is greater than the reserve level. LED visualization. Possible change in the visualization of the gas level. Standard bar. The number of lit diodes changes. Each LED has its own assigned color. Full colors. All LEDs are always lit in one color dependent on the gas level. Colored stripe. The number of lit LEDs changes, and all diodes light up the same color depending on the gas level.